Yo,
You can hear me?
yeah, you're here.
All right, we're back. Good night to everybody. It's your
Good night,
boys
good
back
night.
again. It's Island Boys Football Talk. This is your boy Streety in the building, representing the big boss Sammy D and the Carolina Panthers. We got Jizzle in the building, representing the what's it, 9-1 or 10-1?
9-1, baby. 9
Nine
and
and
1.
one Philadelphia Eagles. It'll be just two of us tonight. We got our other host, C Money. Today is his birthday and he's out partying just like anybody should.
So happy
So
birthday to Simone.
happy birthday to Simone. He got a good birthday gift last night in the Monday night game, and we wish him all the best as he enjoys his birthday. So with that being said, Jizzle, week what is it? Week 11 is in the books.
Yep.
Week 11 is in the books. We had a good Sunday night game, and then uh, I wouldn't say a good Monday night game or expected Monday night game, but
Expected one in that game. Yeah, that
good
much
if
of
you back
honesty
San
would be necessary.
Francisco. Yeah. So I mean, we'll do our normal Tuesday show, which is wrap up the week. We'll give up our awards and then talk about a little bit of the Thanksgiving triple header and give our picks for that as well. I do have Shane's picks, so we'll give our picks for that. So, Jizzle, what you thought about week 11?
I mean, week 11 was a great week. It was a gut wrenching week for me for a little bit there. After we were down 10-3 to the Colts in the third quarter. Didn't think that we would have pulled out that game because we had looked horrible in that game. Um, but we were able to find a way to win. Jalen Hurts was able to take over that game in the last few minutes of the fourth quarter and give us a score. But I mean, I don't think there was much upsets this week, was it?
Mm, you consider you consider the Patriots are upset over the Jets.
Not really. Because the Patriots dominated them a couple weeks before, right?
You consider the Dallas game are upset.
Nah, I think some of us expected Dallas to beat the um beat the Vikings.
The Lions beat the Giants. That's an upset.
Yeah, that's an upset here. Giants are
Uh,
two on a 2 game winning streak.
exactly. Outside of that, you had what the Saints beat the Rams. That really upset. I ain't too
Not
sure
really.
about that.
The Rams are a band-aid team right now.
And the Raiders and Broncos, I can't really call that upset. Whoever win up of that.
Right.
So I mean, it was expected. Most of the games. Sometimes you gotta look at how they lost because then you get concerning points from teams like with your guys lost to the Commanders.
Hmm.
They raise holes on is the run defense really good without Jordan Davis. Then you guys had to sign Linval Joseph and Damakon Sue to show up the
Hmm.
inside. So then you guys you played better this week, but it was a lot closer. I mean, the Giants, we don't know if they're pretenders, contenders, but the Lions showed them what they are. We could say a lot about the Vikings in Dallas game as well. And then that Sunday night game was a very good game again between the Chiefs and Chargers. They always have good games. Came down to the final wire when Of all people who scored a touchdown, you know Travis Kelce got to get a ball.
Exactly.
I like Derwin James, but I don't know why you think Derwin James could just mark Travis Kelce by himself like that all the time. So I gotta understand if Juju or somebody else beat you and you scored a touchdown, but lad, not Travis Kelce. You
Not Travis.
know you got to do better than that, Brandon Staley.
He's the main option.
Exactly. I
So
mean, they believe in Derwin James, but at that point there, no, I wasn't doing it. And then the Monday night game, I mean, we all expected that from the 49ers. Was it a dominating performance? Yeah. But I
mhm.
didn't expect the Colts. I didn't expect the Cardinals to give them enough fight. Anyhow, a Colt
Yeah, 'cause they
McCoy,
were hampered with injury
exactly.
as well.
A Colt McCoy, that Colt McCoy ain't gonna beat, can't beat the 49ers. That's how to say. Colt
Exactly.
McCoy ain't beating the 49ers. They ain't got no line, half the line gone. The defense, I don't even know what defense that is. It's about time. You can see the Cardinals make a lot of changes this offseason, starting with Cliff
Hmm.
Kingsbury. So I expected a rout from the Fad. They just the 49ers, they look more comfortable playing together, so that was a big bonus. But I didn't if you tell me that it's a shocker that the 49ers won so big, then I would say that means you're watching football because they expected
Right.
the 49ers to do. They expected the 49ers to bully a Colt McCoy led team.
Right.
So it didn't really think. And like you said, you had a close game. The Panthers had a close game. It was 3-3 up to 10 minutes in the fourth quarter. It was 6-3 with like 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And then we had a Castle fumble and they scored and it was 13-3. I mean, if you actually defense to hold a team to 13 points, more than likely you should be winning the game.
True.
But unfortunately, Faker Mayfield couldn't get the job done. He let a good performance go to waste, and as a result, the superstar is back. Sammy D will be back. So it was music to my ears hearing today that big Sammy D will be back, and you can put you can get ready for Sunday when we dominate them Denver Broncos 28-14. Sammy D. So
Oh
you remember
God.
I say that Sammy D is back, partner. Sammy D is back. So I expect that, but I mean, this point in the season, you know what you know what you're getting from teams. You know
Right.
who in the hunt and you know who ain't in the hunt. So I mean, you got a couple teams. The Dallas shows that they could hang. Yeah, they did.
Hmm.
Because the Vikings are far. I saw a good stat today from the Vikings that someone said we don't know what to think of the Vikings. The Vikings are averaging 23 points per game, but the defense is giving up 23.1 points per game.
Wow.
So imagine that you 8-2. Your offense giving you 23 points a game, and the defense giving you 23 point. The defense giving up 23.1 points a game.
So you winning by a slim margin.
So I don't.
You're
Maybe
winning by a
the
slim margin.
maybe the average spike because of this the last Dallas game then give up 40 points,
Party
but
points.
either either way, I mean you're
Right.
winning. You're 8-2, but still, geez, you don't know what to think when it comes to them. Now you had a couple teams on boys. You had Miami on boys. You had Jacksonville on boys. I think Tampa Bay was on a boy. So a lot of
Miami
teams
was on a
coming
bite
back.
too, right?
Yeah, Miami had a boy.
Yeah.
They coming back against Houston this week. So you expect that to be an
Mhm.
easy victory. Jacksonville is playing Baltimore. So that should be
That should be a good game too.
a good one too if Peterson and those guys could do it. But right now, are you looking at the standings? The Eagles are number one. The Vikings are number two. I think the Cowboys would technically be number three, but they're not the division leaders, so the
You know,
wild
the
card they'll have
leaders,
to
right?
wait. So the
Right.
division leaders are Eagles, Vikings. I think 49ers
Oh,
are
the
tied
Niners
with
know. Yeah.
Seattle, but they hold
Right.
the tiebreaker. So
Right.
49ers three and Tampa four, and then as of
Right.
right now it will be Dallas,
Dallas, probably New York too, right?
uh, New York, and probably Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a 7 teams right there.
Tight NFC boy.
Yeah, you got some teams just right there hovering. You got the Atlanta one, so I think they at least 5 and 6 or something like
Right.
that. So they're hovering. Outside of that, I don't see anything. The Washington is making a little streak now with Heineke. You can see what happens there. Um, can Detroit pull a little win streak together? So you could see, but that's how it looks from the NFC. I don't. The AFC is a little there. I don't watch the AFC as much,
I don't
but
want to
we
say that
know,
much, but Kansas City apparently
Kansas City is there. We know
in
Baltimore's leading. We
right.
know Tennessee is leading, and then
I
you
think the
got
Bills back on top, right?
cause they won, so probably by a half game or something like
Right.
that. So they're back on top. But then everybody in the AFC East, I think it's 6-4 or something like that, 7-3. So you got everybody in the AFC there. Then you
Right.
got you got the Bengals. The Bengals are 6-4, right on the heels of Baltimore. And then you got the Chargers at 5-5, but you don't know what you know the Chargers could pull through something. They're getting healthy now.
Right.
So they could pull through. So right now you're basically talking playoff football and playoff scenario going in. Week 12, we got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 7 more weeks. Some people got 7 more games. Some team got six. Some people still got a boy. Like the Panthers got a boy next week. So
Mm-hmm.
at this point, you're either fighting for a playoff spot or you're fighting for draft positioning. And that's another thing too, because he still got a lot of 3-win teams and 4-win teams. So the draft can get mucked up anyhow. The only person that know that their draft is good is the
The
Texans. They
Texans
got one
maybe.
win.
Exactly.
Right now the Panthers hold the second pick at 3-8, but you got the Bears at 3-8. You got you got some other teams that got 3 wins too. So the Panthers gotta watch the Panthers gotta look at them kind of stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like we say, everybody looking at these things different. You got the Steelers 3-7, Broncos 3-7, Raiders 3-7, Jaguars 3-7, Broncos 3-7. Then you got Panthers 3-8, Bears 3-8, Rams 3-7. Then you got about 3 or 4, 4-7 teams. So it kind oh, but I didn't know. I see Washington record round. Washington actually 6-5.
See, they're actually trying to
So
make up. They could try to make a playoff push.
yeah, right now it would be Eagles first, Vikings second, Niners third, Buccaneers fourth, and the three wild cards is Cowboys at 7-3, Giants at 7-3, Seahawks at 6-4, Commanders at 6-5,
Mm-hmm.
Falcons at 5-6. Then in the AFC, Chiefs 8-2, Dolphins 7-3, Titans 7-3, Ravens 7-3, Bills 7-3, Patriots 6-4, Bengals 6-4, Jets 6-4, Chargers 5-5. So that's 9 teams right there vying
Wow,
for 7 spots. So it's about to heat up. It's
it's
about to heat up, Jizzle.
about to be a great second half. About to
Yeah,
be a great second half.
at the end of the day, this is what teams playing for positional battles, getting into the playoffs and everything. And some teams just looking at giving younger players a chance to see how they develop to look for the future. So I mean, we know how it is. We know
Mm-hmm.
how it is. So I don't expect. I know you from your point of view. You who you playing next week?
We playing the Packers next week.
So again, that's
Another Aaron Rodgers coming to town. Should be a decisive victory for us, but we'll see how things goes. I mean, we
see
look
that's
kind
the
of
yeah.
sluggish. We look kind of sluggish this week. Are we gonna look sluggish? We look sluggish for the past 2 weeks. You can say the past 3 weeks we look kind of sluggish. Are we
See at the
gonna
end,
come back to farm this? Are we gonna come back to farm this Sunday? We'll see. But I'll be at that. I'll be at that game too as well. So
and then what the Packers have to do run. What's kind of your weakness? Run defense. So
exactly run
it's
defense.
gonna be a clash right there.
Right.
So those are stuff we got to start looking at
And
and
then after,
seeing.
I want to see if Jonathan Gannon can be more creative with his defense because now you are playing an elite quarterback now. You're playing a quarterback who could actually get a ball on the field. You're playing
Mhm.
a quarterback who could actually move in the pocket. You know what I mean? You're playing a multiple MVP winner in Aaron Rodgers. So I mean Super Bowl winner too as well. So I mean this is slow quarterback you're playing.
And
So
that's
if
the
you give him
crazy
if you
thing.
if you if you give him easy looks, he will carve you up. So I
And
want to see this is going to be a good test for the defense.
the thing about it is too, they on the brink of falling like a playoff spot. So
Right, exactly.
this game is very, very crucial to them,
Right,
probably more than the Eagles.
right,
So you know they're coming out with everything on the table.
right. So
So
let's go, man. You shouldn't have a Christian Watson beating you. You shouldn't have a Randall Cobb beating you. These are old rookie receivers. You should have an Alan Lazard beating you. I mean, who Sammy
yep,
Watkins shouldn't beat you. Shouldn't be beating you. You know what I mean? You gotta dominate this team.
yeah, I agree because the Packers aren't a good team from an offensive standpoint. They're not even defensive standpoint. They're not.
Hmm.
They
So
play the hand that feed them, and they thought that Aaron Rodgers could just carry the team. But
right,
as much as Aaron Rodgers blames like the receivers and so, he ain't looking sharp himself. He missing throws that he would normally make
missing
too.
throws as well too.
So
Missing
it's not
reads too.
like it's not like he's the one. Maybe like someone said, maybe Father Time finally catch up to Aaron Rodgers
Right,
because I seen him miss throws that he would make with his eyes closed.
right.
So that's something there. But I mean, there's some key games coming up this this week. You got Cowboys and Giants. Both the battle of the 73s. That's Thanksgiving Day. You got
Jimmy,
Patriots and Vikings. That's
mm-hmm.
a big game for both teams.
Big game too.
You got Bengals and Titans. That's a big
Mm-hmm.
game too.
Another big game.
You got Falcons and Commanders. Believe it or not, Falcons win their 6-6. Commanders win their 7-5.
Mm-hmm.
They got. Well, I don't want to say Chargers and Cardinals. Cardinals should think there. See, no. Packers, Eagles, Steelers, Colts is Monday night. Not really interested. So, I mean, there's games that teams that win, that are playing for the playoffs, but should win, like Miami and Houston.
Right,
But we know how it is. We know how football is. Every week you play, something crazy does happen.
that's true.
So, I mean, that's how we got to look at it. But basically, from week 11, what you outside of your team, what else you saw that kind of like made you like tip your hat or anything from week 11?
You got to tip your hat to the Detroit Lions. I tip my hat to that team. I mean, they're down a few defensive starters. I mean, we know how what the offense was about. We know what the offense can do.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you would think that them playing a New York Giants team coming off of by week 2 as well. You think that the Giants would have been well prepared and ready to beat that team, but that wasn't the case. Dan Campbell had a team ready to play after coming off a big win against the divisional opponent in the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
So that was a victory that you got to tip your hat to. One of them team on that team. Another team is, I mean, you can't really say the Jets
Well,
Patriots
I'll tip my hat
to the Pets.
to Kansas City for the same reason that remember when all these off-season moves are going, we pegged the Chiefs as the worst team in
We
the
did,
division
we did.
because when Russell came, we said, "Ooh, that Denver team gonna look good now." When Javante and all those fellas came there, "Ooh, the Raiders gonna look good." Then we say, "Well, Justin Hubbard getting better now. These
Right.
Chiefs they make no kind of moves on defense. Who gonna carry this team? Mahomes lose to Tyreek Hill." So the Chiefs are the worst team in the thing. The Chiefs 8-2.
Best team in the AFC.
You got to tip your hat, give credit where credit is due. And like you, as I always say, that guy Andy Reid is a fantastic coach
Mm-hmm.
because no, you ain't worrying about Tyreek running up and down. Everybody getting in vibe. I mean,
Everybody
you
get
know you got
involved in that
Kelsey,
game. Mhm.
but you got the seventh round pick, Pichu, the running back doing things. The line is solid. You got Juju, Hardman, all them fellas
Juju,
making thing.
they traded for Tony.
Exactly. So right now, I mean, everybody thought the weakness would have been the Chiefs' defense, but they're doing what they're supposed to do. They're keeping the
Mm-hmm.
game close for Mahomes to get a final shot. The same thing there. They kept it close with the Chargers, and Mahomes had the ball with the final few minutes. Marched the ball along the field and got a game winning touchdown with like 35 seconds left.
Mm-hmm. We are that
So,
Mahomes is struggling losing Tyreek Hill. But I think this is one of
yeah.
his best. This is one of his best statistical year. funny as it is, but it's one of his best statistical year. So,
And you
I
see that
mean,
that's a guy that knows progressions because
exactly.
you got some quarterbacks that can just stare down. Like for instance, we keep talking about Derek Carr just stare down
Devontae Adams.
Davante and he throwing it
Hmm.
regardless.
Hmm.
Mahomes got different progressions, so he know what the routes are. He know what progression one, two, three. He looking at all. So
Hmm.
everybody, I mean, Kelsey's still the main guy, but everybody involved,
Yeah,
everybody,
he has full command of that offense. Full command.
and then give Bienemy and Reed credit. They tailor the offense and make everybody so you can't gang up on one person. Everybody does.
Hmm.
No, and look at it, Hardman and AR right now. So Valdez, Scantlin, you got Juju, you
Yeah,
got
him too. Yeah.
Tooney, you got Sky Moore. Just do some plays there, take, and then you got some other fellas doing some stuff. So you wish that you'd have a solid coach and quarterback like that. Like I wish I had that right now. A lot of
But
teams
no,
wish they
right?
had that they're just going from because that's been going on for a long time and
It's a consistent. Is a constant. You know that.
exactly.
They
But
ain't going nowhere.
again they're gonna be playing January football, which is playoff football.
Hmm.
And that's the one consistent. You gotta be in it to win it.
Once you got a quarterback, you will be playing January football. Once you have a
Exactly.
quarterback.
Exactly. So then and then okay, so basically those are stuff that we look at and tipped our hat. What was some stuff that we saw in week 11 that make us just like put our hand over our head and just shake our head?
Well, the Eagles' offense this week for the first three quarters, that kind of had my head in shambles for a little bit. I mean,
Oh, before you go, I must give a tip of the hat again to the Panthers defense for I'm gonna do it because the Panthers defense are our team that that have 174 rushing yards per game. We stifled them. Had Lamar Jackson looking like he ain't nobody. I will give them credit where credit is due. The defense played lights out, and like I say, they only really gave up 6 points. We fumbled a ball on our territory, and that was a touchdown. But they only really realistically gave up 6 points.
right.
So I give them credit where credit is due. All right, go ahead.
But like I was saying before, I mean, the disappointment was our offense for the first three quarters. At the first, you could say for the first 3.5 quarters of that game against the Colts. I know that the Colts are a good defense and about number 4 overall this year, but still, you know what I mean. I mean, yeah, your last Dallas got it. That's understandable, but you gotta scheme certain things. You gotta find certain ways to get your players um in open spaces and stuff like that. You could yeah, AJ Brown has an ankle injury, but still you still got Dallas. I mean, you still got Devontae Smith, Quez, Zach Pascal and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You still got the running game. You still got the offensive line. So you should have used that to your advantage instead of trying
Yeah,
to do other things. I think they were overthinking in that game. That's the reason why they were down 10-3 late in the fourth quarter. But you know, as good teams are and as good teams do, they were able to find a way to win the game. So gotta give them credit to that too. But still,
give them credit.
offense
Give
gotta
them.
be better.
I mean,
Um,
keep going.
the Titans too. The Titans against the Green Bay Packers. I think they were down with a few injuries in that game.
I always say the
You think
Titans
you
is
got
a
tip yeah,
team.
you got tip you out to that team too as well.
The Titans is a team that you don't talk about, you don't really want to watch, cause they ain't nothing spectacular other than Derrick Henry,
Right.
but they get the job done.
A well coached team.
Yeah, they get the job done. They ain't looking for the attention. They just do go about their business, and somehow, some way, them
Hmm.
always top three in the conference. But the issue is when they reach to the playoffs, no, can Tannehill take it to the promised land?
That's
That
that's it
becomes
right
the
there.
issue there. Uh
Hmm.
huh.
Because during the playoffs they hamper on the clamp down on Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
You saw that with when they played the Bengals last year in the playoffs. So
So these are stuff that teams look at and analyze. But I mean, again, something that had me just disappointed was Baker getting another chance and not capitalizing. It wasn't good. He didn't really. I watched, like I said on Sunday, I watched some replays from like where his eyes were from behind him,
Right.
and there were portions open, but he just doesn't go to those reads. Then another issue is he runs out of the pocket too fast, doesn't give him just a chance to make the throws. You can't do that. So those things don't never happen. So unfortunately, the time's come to end in Carolina. He won't play another game. I can guarantee that. The only
I
way
can
he
see that
plays the
happen.
game, the only
It's
cause
due
we
to
got a boy,
injury.
yeah, we got a boy
Right.
next week. We got it's either PJ or Sam Donald going forward from him because got his chance. He won't play again. He doesn't give us a chance to win, so we're not playing him again. I can guarantee that. Outside of that, other stuff that me think we gotta talk about the Vikings getting steamrolled like that. You can't lose. You 8-2. You can't lose 5-3 or something like that. That ain't gonna
Yeah.
work.
That was horrible. Horrible performance.
Hmm. That don't work. That's embarrassing. Sorry to say.
Not when you got Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, you just traded for TJ Hawkinson, you got Dalvin Cook, and you only put up what, 3 points?
Exactly. So
3 points?
that's not good. Another thing that you just hold your head again is the tumultuous play of Zach Wilson. Two
Mhm.
passing yards. Two passing yards for the whole of the second half. Oh, you only get two
Horrible.
passing yards. Two passing yards?
Horrible. At some point, Salah got to say, you know what?
No, they actually had 2 yards of offense in the whole second half. They had negative two passing yards in the second half. Negative 22. How you have negative 22 passing yards in a half?
That's horrible. At some point, Salah got to say, you know what? Our best chance of winning this year is without Joe Flacco.
And then
You got you got to eat bench.
they starting to bash him now because in the post game press conference they said somebody asked him, "Did you feel that you and the offense let down the defense today?" And he just looked at them and say, "No," and then just went about the next question. We know how the New York media is. The New York media will crucify you.
Yeah. Yep.
At least say, "Man, I didn't play good. I let my defense down." Yeah, you
Exactly.
just said no and then move on to the
Then
next
move on to
question.
the
What do you
next
think that
question.
happened?
Yeah. He got
So
to go on a bench.
Zach Wilson, yeah, to me, I wasn't a fan of pick. He just ain't it. Coming from BYU, I just don't think he was it. He got his gunslinger mentality, but he can't make the throws that you actually thought he could have make.
Because you thought he had the
So
arm.
I thought so, but yeah, but playing in BYU and playing in the NFL is two different things. And
Completely
to me,
different.
he ain't get accustomed to the NFL yet. Maybe
Hmm.
I could say that, but my thing about it is, like I say, who would give you a better chance to win if you still had Sam Darnold or Zach Wilson? I probably think Sam Darnold would have
Sam
given him a
Darnold
better
probably would have
chance.
given him a. I think if
As
they
well,
had Sam Darnold, they probably would have won that game against the
yeah,
Patriots.
because Zach Wilson he look good right now, man.
Right.
So that's us. That's something that we gotta watch. But here, I just gotta shake my head too. And then another thing that I shake my head to is the overall tenure of Kingsbury. That team has not been good or has underachieved for a long time. Kingsbury, when they hired Kingsbury, you think Kingsbury was this big time thing. He had a 48% win percentage in Texas Tech.
Hmm.
You know what he win percentage is in the Cardinals? 47%. So he right on the mark. He he hasn't translated to the NFL. The team, I can guarantee the team is gonna go into some big off season changes.
They should. I mean,
So
I think the team is a little too old. You got to get younger, especially at the skill position.
yeah, I mean you
Skill
got
position.
Hopkins, but outside of Hopkins,
Yeah.
they got
Is
Rondale
is
Moore, but I don't
right.
see what he doing. AJ Green gotta go. They drafted a tight end in the first round this year. I didn't even know if he'd go on the field. Got had odds. But now some Trey
Oh, it's
McBride, now
injured
odds
now.
injured.
You're right.
So
Exactly.
the offensive line is a mess.
Right.
I mean, JJ Watt is a name right now more than a player
But
because
that's
he
about
ain't the
it.
same person he used to be.
Yeah, you
My
got
part
Isaiah Simmons and Buda Baker,
Isaiah
but
Simmer, Buda Baker, building
right.
blocks. Byron Murphy is a good player, but the team is just not there. And it kind of remind me of like them and the Cardinals. Not the Cardinals, them and the Rams. The Cardinals and the Rams. They gotta make a decision on what they plan to do going forward.
Hmm. Gotta get younger.
Because
Gotta get younger.
yeah,
Gotta get some talent.
the Rams can't continue to just force the ball at Cooper Cup Street. You ain't got no first
Yeah,
round
he
picks, and
he
you
could get
tight on
injured.
cap, and you tight on cap. So what gonna happen? And then the Cardinals, I don't know. They looking good. Who would have thought the Seahawks would be 6-4?
Hmm.
Well, they better take some out from the Seahawks personnel and put them over there because the Seahawks, the Pete Carroll and them thing, they playing top notch ball and just gotta see from there, just because right now it don't look good for them other teams. But
Right.
basically, I ain't gonna talk much because the Panthers in the red in the cap space for next year. We ain't got no cap. We ain't got no head coach. We ain't got no quarterback. Problem is, we might go there, win most of 3 games down the stretch. Kind of the schedule ain't hard. Might go there and take ourselves off of Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. Then I got to hold my head here, don't know who my quarterback is next year.
Maybe
I
you might
would
have to get that Anthony Richardson.
I would take out Will Levis. Cause
Will
even though
Levis
he
too.
had a bad season this year, it kind of justified. They say his offensive line is terrible. He played with a shoulder injury and tough toe. He trying to do too much, trying to help the team, but the team ain't no good. So he looked bad, but like they said, he has a trace in the intangibles that everybody wants in an NFL team. I would take it, but like you said just now, Anthony Richardson, right now they're saying he don't warrant a top 10 pick. So if
But
we
he's
could,
probably
if
a project. He probably like another Melly
and
Willis.
that's the issue. That's the
Right.
issue. He is. They said he has some of the rarest physical traits in the NFL that would make you fall in love with him, but he's not ready.
Right.
So to draft, he like number 10 in the top 10 ain't worth it. But then, like you said, one something that we gotta watch is like who's the teams picking in front of you or behind you. Cause somebody like the Colts ain't got no quarterback of the future.
Hmm.
Suppose the Colts picking like 12th, and I picking like ninth, and the top three quarterbacks gone. Are risking trading down or something and leaving Anthony Richardson go to the Colts.
Probably.
So
I
there's
will
a
Levis too.
will left. So there's a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of stuff still left to be figured out. But I wish I was in a position that I could say a 9-1 are playing for the conference and everything. But I don't have that luxury like you guys. The thing is, it's just that the Eagles got. Well, I don't want to fully say the Giants on them tail because the Giants. I don't think Daniel Jones gonna do it. But the Cowboys are a serious threat
I think one day Robinson out with a torn ACL too. So I think that they lost another weapon on offense.
for the Giants.
Yeah, for the Giants. Yeah.
Exactly. My thing about it is too is that if somehow the Giants, not the Giants, the Cowboys do go and sign Odell Beckham,
Oh.
that just made them a lot stronger
Hmm.
as a team.
That'd be kind of
Because
scary.
yeah, because Gallup is okay, but I don't think he's fully recovered from that injury, the ACL. He doesn't look like himself no more. But Odell, CD, Pollard, Dak,
Hmm.
and now you gotta really sort out yourself.
The thing is that
So
will Odell be able to get back to the farm because he just come out of injury too. So
and that's one thing too, yeah. But I mean, Odell, he got special skills that somebody else like a Gallup can't do.
that's true.
So he may not have to be 100%, but if he's about 80, 85, it's better than 100% on most wide receivers.
Right.
He's just that talented and skilled. So, well, what can we see? What can we really say right now with this NFL? Um, I mean, to me, your biggest threat in the NFL in the NFC is the Cowboys and the 49ers.
Come out and 49ers. Yeah. Those are the
Yeah,
biggest threats there.
I don't consider the Vikings a threat to you guys, but
Nah.
The 49ers is putting things together on offense
They got
and
a good
defense.
defense and a good offense. The only thing that might hold him back is Jimmy.
I don't think so. I think Jimmy
The
looks
only thing.
so comfortable now.
He look comfortable now, but
He got
I think
that swag on him.
the fact that he can't get that ball on the field, that's where you would have to.
But I can tell
You
you
that's
one
that's that's
thing.
where you have to. That's
I
where
can
you have
tell
to
you
use
I
to
can
your
tell you
advantage.
I can tell you one thing though. I think he more dangerous now because when you had fellas like Elijah Mitchell and Mossad and them in the back, you know they were gonna run it.
That's right.
With McCaffrey, no,
That's
you
right.
line up
You won't too
McCaffrey
sure. Right.
all over. So
Right.
Debo don't have to take so much of the stress running in the backfield and so
Right.
because you got so much DKs right now. I saw them put McCaffrey in the slot and then still had Elijah Mitchell there to run the ball. So you don't know if
That's
they're
true
gonna
too.
try
You
it
don't know if they're gonna try to run it,
or
pass it.
they're gonna run it. And then you had
Right.
Debo there. You still had I see you two catches come for two touchdowns. Still you got Kittle there. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy got so much ties now to play with that
They pick your poison.
it's pick your poison. And then you see I went back to seeing again. If Jimmy goes and does a great job, Chillax. You can't start Chillax again.
You can't start freelancing.
You
You gotta
can't
give
start
Jimmy
Chillax.
you gotta give Jimmy another contract, another 2 year
If
contract or
you
something.
fully into playing to win, you
Mm-hmm.
better don't say Jimmy's Chillax is the starter next year. Cause that don't make no sense. So I mean, it kind of looks like it has so much different stuff, and I don't know why it's tricky, cause I think they could stack up with you guys good jizzle.
They could. I think the only thing the one of the good things is they don't have the star corners and what his name is. Verrett
Oh,
and the other one.
I'm for it is that.
Verrett and what his name is the other one.
Which other one?
Elijah Mosley, or whatever his name
Oh,
is.
Mosley, yeah. They
Yeah,
still
you
got
know what I mean?
Tre'Davious Ward
They got
though.
Trivers.
Tre'Davious,
I mean,
they got Tre'Davious Ward, Jimmy Ward. I mean, the good thing about them is they'll get pressure with four people,
right.
so they don't have to send the blitz.
That's true.
So they put other people to think.
But
So
playing against our offensive line would be a good matchup too as well for them. That
that would be a good
a
thing there
good
because
matchup
Iron
because
line against them
you
defensive
right.
line.
You put Bosa with Lane Johnson, see what that holds up. Whoever on the other side against Mailata and Kelsey and those guys in the middle. I mean, Landon Dickerson is playing great football. Another fellow who's playing great football on our line too is actually Malu. I mean
Mm.
I haven't heard his name called earlier, honestly. Whether it's a flag penalty or whatever, he's playing good football this year. I wasn't really expecting that.
Hmm.
So I mean, the offensive line is playing pretty well.
So
So I
those are
mean,
stuff.
I mean, if we do match up against the 49ers in the playoff or whatever, it should be a good matchup. The good thing is it's gonna be in Philly in some cold weather.
Yeah.
With the fans. So I mean, I mean, it gets real rowdy in the link when it's cold and those guys have a lead. I mean, I have seen it up close and personal. So I mean, it's gonna be it would be, and I think we will probably face the 49ers in the playoff if
I
not
think so. Yeah.
if Tampa Bay don't catch this trade, maybe hopefully not, but probably either gonna face the 49ers or maybe the Cowboys in the playoffs. It's either gonna be a divisional round type of thing, NFC Championship game type of thing. So we'll see.
Yeah. I think I think it'll end up being they'll end up with the number 2 or 3 seed, and then they'll have
Right,
to play the Vikings in the playoffs, and they'll
right,
be the Vikings. Then probably they'll come down to the Eagles and 49ers in the NFC Championship game.
right. And
I think so.
If Jalen Hurts performs pretty well, I mean, oh, Roseman, you gotta take out that checkbook. I mean,
I,
if he performs well in the playoffs, whether it's divisional round,
but
NFC
just
championship,
honestly, you think
you gotta give him the check. You gotta give it to him. I mean,
I
what you do? You gonna wait till next year?
what I'm trying to say is like the only two quarterbacks that could actually. I don't think Stroud would be better for IU than Jalen Hurts. I don't think so.
Right, exactly.
I think Bryce Young would with the way Bryce Young has played, he may be better for you guys than Jalen Hurts. I don't think Stroud is like a rookie version of Jalen Hurts.
Right.
So I
So
don't even know how to say. I don't think I should go for a quarterback in that
right,
draft
exactly. It don't make
to
sense right
take.
now going for a quarterback. It makes sense whether you go for a corner because you're gonna have a high first round pick this year too.
Right,
You got two first round picks. Yeah. You can
and
either get
then
a corner, offensive line, or a defensive line.
most of the Macs got that first pick from New Orleans going as an edge rusher for you guys.
Right.
Most of the mocks. I ain't seen nothing else mocked on that Eagles pick. I've been checking the mocks today, and I ain't seen nothing else mocked on Eagles other than a defensive end. I ain't seen nothing else. Just
And we need. I would like for us to get one of those game changing type of defensive ends. You know what I
mm,
mean? Because that would make our defense so much better. I mean, I would like for us to get another Kana too because Slay's 32, he's 30, didn't have next year, either next year at this age he's probably gonna be 32, 33, so he can be another year older. So he can soon start to decline as well. Bradbury is another older Kana too. So you know what I mean? So we got to stack up on Kanas too. We gotta find a way to if you could draft a few Kanas if they're out there. Yeah, you have
see,
two first round picks.
watching Sports Illustrated mock draft, they have Houston going with Bryce Young, Carolina going with CJ Stroud at number two. The Eagles are the
Maybe what, six,
Eagles
seven,
are no 10th.
10th.
They got Edge Tyree Wilson from Texas Tech.
Eh,
So no, but they're saying he's sick. They say start of the day. If Tyree Wilson's season is over today, he applied pressure on roughly 19.16% of his pass rush snaps. For comparison, that's greater than 2021 Will Anderson, 2019 Chase Young, 2014 Morris Garrett, and 2017 Nick Bosa.
hmm. If that's the case, he should be higher.
Well, I mean, you know with draft, when draft walkouts and thing go draft visits go,
That's
people
true.
change.
Game
Because
people
remember,
change it.
nobody had Trayvon Walker going number one until all
That's true.
the draft visits.
That's true.
So you might never know. Some people remember every team values people differently. Every team values them differently. So like we say, the Jaguars would have go with one of the linemen because they didn't need a quarterback or even a cornerback, but they went to Trayvon Walker. Nobody saw
Mhm.
that coming. So we just have to see. Well, with that being said, with week 11 in the books, we're gonna give out our game balls and trash bags. What you want to start with?
We can start out with the trash bags.
So our trash bag, my trash bag goes to two people in the same team: Zach Wilson and the Jet special teams. Zach Wilson was showing negative 22 yards in the first half, in the second half, and the Jet special teams for just stop the man. The game going overtime.
Simple game plan. Simple game
Simple,
plan.
simple. The game going overtime, and that what you do? No, 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 no. You gonna get a trash bag for that. That's my trash bag partner.
My trash bag going to the Minnesota Vikings.
I mean that's standard. Yeah, I can't argue with
I
that.
mean, my cousins had 100 and something yards of offense,
I don't even,
105 yards of
I
offense.
don't even want to talk about Cotton. He just a nuisance.
I mean, Justin Jefferson only had three catches for 33 yards. Alan Taylor had two catches for 25 yards. Then after Dalvin Cook had what, 11 rushes for 72 yards, no touchdowns. I mean, the whole team he had no touchdown. I mean, that was a horrible performance by the whole team in general. And defense too. You know the Cowboys come to them put up 40 points. Pollard had probably one of his best games ever. I mean, Dak probably had a great game too as well. I mean, so it's same as for CD Lamb. I mean, that was a dominating performance. I mean, Mika Parsons was wrecking havoc out there.
Hmm.
So I mean, now you kind of questioning these Vikings because questioning are they contenders or are they pretenders
We don't consider.
from their
I
last
don't. Yeah, you don't know
right.
what to expect from him.
So they get a trash bag game this week.
All right. So with that being said, we switch it over to our game balls. My game ball is going to someone special. Even though I lost, watching this just made me cheer and smile for the whole of Sunday. And whoever's watching our show, go look it up. My game ball goes to the Indianapolis Colts mascot. That's the best thing I ever seen in my life. Not only did
Oh,
he Buster walk up. But when Jalen Hurts Buster walk up, he get vexed.
Ah, yes.
He get vexed after. So he recognized that it wasn't the Colts, it was the Eagles busting the walk up. So I gotta give my game ball to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I can't give it to nobody else. He deserves the game ball. I will always give it to him, Jizzle. I can't do it to nobody else. He truly deserves the game ball. But if I had to give it to another person too, I'll definitely give it to Travis Kelsey. He had a monster game against the Chargers. Put it on.
Takes it in. He touchdown.
Play that again. I gotta see that. Play it one more time.
Oh boy.
One more time.
The whole world that I'm hot right now. Takes it in. He touchdown.
At some point,
Oh boy.
you
Oh
got to
boy.
give the court mascot he credit. That was elite.
That was
So
elite. The
he
hash clip?
he and Travis Kelsey gets the game ball partner. Who's your game ball going to?
My grandpa is going to Jalen Hurts.
No, no,
I'm
no,
gonna give
no,
it.
no, 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 no,
I'm
no,
gonna give it. I'm gonna give
no,
it to Jalen Hurts. Why not?
no, no,
Why not?
no, no, no,
Why can't I give it to Jalen Hurts?
no. Why are you giving it to him?
Because he faced adversity.
He ain't faced
Being down,
nothing.
being
No,
down 10-3.
I don't want to hear
10-3
that. I
to
don't
the
want to hear
Indianapolis
that.
Colts.
No.
He didn't flutter. He didn't
The
fuss. He
same way
didn't.
you get a
He didn't.
Vikings, the same way you get a Viking the trash bag, you can get a Cowboys the game ball. I don't want to hear that. You can get a Lions the game ball.
I'll
You
give it to
come here
Jalen
about
Hurts,
you
baby.
come here about
I'll give
Jalen
it to
Hurts.
Jalen Hurts. Came back late in the fourth quarter, drove the team, put the team on his back, drove the team down to the end zone, whether running or passing, to win the game.
Sad,
That's what
sad,
that's what you want to see from your quarterback, from your young quarterback, from your
sad,
young quarterback, dominating and taking over a game. Give it to Jalen Hurts.
sad, Jizzle. Sad.
I
What
give it to
you
the
did?
Cowboys and Lions. Get it. I get it to Jalen Hurts.
I'll let you get to Jalen Hurts. I ain't saying that. That's your game ball. All right, so that means week 12 is officially in the books once we give out
Yep.
our awards. It's in the past, which brings us to week 12. No, week 11, sorry, was in the books, which brings us
Yeah,
to
week
week 12.
12.
And week 12 is Thanksgiving week. So we'll say happy Thanksgiving coming up to all the persons celebrating Thanksgiving. But with Thanksgiving, we know what happens. A triple header on Thursday with football
Mm-hmm.
games. That's one of the best parts of Thanksgiving, having football from like a normal Sunday. And with
Yep.
that, you got the first game is Detroit versus Buffalo. Second game, New York versus Dallas. And third game, Minnesota versus uh, Minnesota
Why
versus the
why
Patriots.
why the NFL didn't put Giants and Cowboys for the Sunday night game?
Minnesota versus what do you call it? New
New
England.
England?
So yep.
Nah.
So what you think about those games, Jizzle?
I mean, I think the Bills gonna wash out, gonna dominate the
I
Lions.
think I think that can actually be a high scoring game. These Lions
You
could
think
play,
so?
you know.
I think
These
they can
Lions
play,
could
but
play.
I think the Bills win by double digits.
No, I ain't saying the Bills ain't gonna win, but I just saying it might be like a 35, 30, and them kind of stuff.
No, I think it'll be like a 35-20 type of
Or it
games.
might be like a 42 to 30, 42 28.
Well, I think it's gonna be a dominant performance by the Bills. Cowboys Giants. That's gonna be a tough game. I mean, it's gonna be a tough divisional game, but I can see the Cowboys pulling away. Patriots Vikings. Who knows what Bill Belichick would scheme up, but I expect the Vikings to bounce back and beat the Patriots. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think the Bills are one of the. I like the Lions team. They come along. They have something brewing in
Right.
Detroit, um, but not against the Bills. Though the Bills are a tough opponent coming off a game that they just dominated against Cleveland, so I expect it to be a strong game again for the Bills. As for like you say, Cowboys and Giants, that's gonna be a tough, grueling divisional match.
Okay,
I
the
just
Giants are
don't,
a good defense.
that's my thing. I just don't think that the Giants have um, enough firepower like the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys
Right.
kind of catch them straight right now. So the Giants tough, but I don't think it'll be close. But I don't think they'll beat the Cowboys. And then as for the Vikings and Patriots, Bill Belichick likes to make a laughing stock out of young quarterbacks. For example, Zach Wilson,
That's true.
but he gonna make a laughing stock out of
Call
Kirk
Cousins.
Cousins. I think Kirk Cousins then will bounce back on track, and the Vikings will have a good day.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
guessing
Right.
you're going with Buffalo, Dallas, and Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
I think mines are the same too. Buffalo, Dallas, and Minnesota. And Shane's own is Buffalo, Dallas, and Minnesota. So all of us got
Right.
the same picks for Thursday night. But we'll see what happens as we get to Sunday. Because I know one of you going to pick Denver. And I'll pick Carolina. And with Sammy D at our helm, whoever picked Denver going to be sad. Because when Sammy D come out elite, don't tell me nothing.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how the spread looking. See if it's a Carolina line or a Denver line.
We 2.5 underdogs. Impossible them put Denver on top of me. Them shameful for that.
Yeah, Denver minus 2.5.
Yeah, that make any sense? When we got a return of Sammy D.
Imagine Baltimore minus 4.5 against the Jaguars. Minus 4 mean.
Hmm.
The Chiefs is the only double digit favorite this week. They're 14 and a half minus 14 and a half against the Rams.
Yeah. This little thing coming out. Sammy D coming out to the tunnel with this Sammy D's coming out to the tunnel with that. Sammy D's coming out to the tunnel with that. Saturday I will talk about
Yeah.
Sammy D. I will talk about Sammy D on Saturday, but we elite. Sammy D is back. I'm hype for the return of Sammy D. Nobody tell me nothing. Nobody gonna muck up my Sunday with the return of Sammy D. But we'll talk about that on told on Saturday.
If he threw 2-3 interceptions.
No. It can't happen. We'll definitely talk about our preview games on our Saturday show, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
We'll talk about the games that happen on Thursday. We'll talk about our game previews on Thursday show. But in other news, any news around the NFL, I know he had some big cuts. Denver cut Melvin Garden,
Melvin Garden. I think he had
the
5 fumbles
Rams,
in 10 games.
something like that. Then
Mhm.
the Rams cut Daryl Henderson and Justin Hollins. So I don't know if the Rams see the light. Outside of there, I don't know. I don't see any other. I know the Jets are not committing to Wilson. Jamar Chase resumes practice. Kyle Pitts is probably out for the rest of the season with an MCL injury. I think that's about it.
Yeah, Wandale, like I said, Wandale Robinson is also out for the year too as well.
To his ACL, so
Yeah.
that's probably it. But I mean, that's that's all I have. But we'll, like I said, we'll definitely be back on Saturday. We'll have the whole gang back up on Saturday as we go through a crucial week 12
Mhm.
matchup. But I mean, week 11 is gone. Week 12, like I say, happy Thanksgiving coming up to everyone that's celebrating the holiday. And then you got 3 full games of football that we love and we love to see. We'll watch some football on Saturday. I mean, on Thursday.
Mhm.
So
Full
and
your
that's
belly and drink beer day.
eat, drink in football. So you can't go wrong on Thursday. But I mean,
Hmm.
that's it for me. Just I don't know if you have anything else to see.
That's about it.
So with that being said, we're gonna see everyone back on Saturday, same time as usual, and we hope everyone have a good week. Don't forget to keep just like and subscribe to our pages so you can get the up to date content. And if you ever want to join our show, it's pretty easy. Just send us DM us on our Facebook or Instagram your email address so we can send you the link and you can talk some football no matter the team. But we love to have everyone on board and we hope
Live
everyone
streaming is great for
enjoys.
capturing real time engagement and generating excitement.
We
But
can't
what
end
if
it
you're not
without the
comfortable?
mascot. We can't end it without the
You can
mascot.
bet
Play it again. Play it again one more time. And why the mascot get vexed after Jalen Hurts thing? The mascot get vexed at
Oh,
Jalen
man.
Hurts. That one had me laughing.
You
The
gotta love
mascot get vexed.
it.
There's beauty in football, boy. There's
Oh,
beauty in
boy.
football.
Yep.
All right, just also Saturday again. We'll be back on. And like I said, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy birthday to Shane today. And we'll see everyone back on Saturday.
Yep. Peace.